What? I've got a beef. Yep, I got a beef. But I don't have the proper lights. I keep hoping. Have you noticed lately? I went to get maybe 4 or 5 things, right? The good old days need to come back because I remember a day when you could go to the grocery store and fill your cart up to the top for $50, maybe a little bit more. Now I started this where why is it that every time people decide they want a nice leader, that we end up getting prices jacked up out the wazoo? Why? What is that? If it were me, I'd rather it was just screaming and hollering what we needed to do and that it was right and that it was smart and it didn't matter. I don't care if I don't like them, but at least I'm not going to be paying $5 a gallon for gas. Do you know I have a little car? I have a little Kia 12-gallon tank. I hadn't filled my car up in quite a while because I'm pretty much homebound these days. Doing stuff, trying to keep from going crazy, kind of like this junk. And I went to the gas station and it was over $4 a gallon. And I thought, well, maybe it won't be so bad. The tank's not that big, but it was almost empty. I figured something out real quick. Fill it up at half a tank or you're going to go broke, girl. I don't get it. There's a little known secret that we have US of A and they won't let them out. And I'm trying to figure out the reason behind that. Because they want rich people and they want poor people. There's no middle class. They don't want middle class because the middle ones are the one that evens it out. They don't want to even. They want to have all the heavy power here. So when you get the gas is ticking. It's gone, it's gone, it's gone. I keep watching that price go up, up, up. It goes past 20, and I'm about to have an aneurysm. Seriously going to have an aneurysm. And I watch it. And fortunately, I had just got my check deposit, but it disappears in like 2 days. It's gone. Everything I get is gone that quick. That's how expensive stuff is now. And it's really making me irritated. That was the gas. It was $43 for 12 gallons. Actually, it was 11.3 gallons. So I was literally almost on air. And I came home and I'm just going to my husband. I say, do you know how much I put gas in my little car just now? I said, 43 effing dollars. I said, that's ridiculous. Well, it's not ridiculous to a certain individual who got his job in that Oval Room, made a statement, and everybody let it wash over. Didn't pay attention to me. Now that's someone I would never vote for. No. If you hear someone say that, run the other way, or at least vote. Because it's we ladies especially, just stuff like that. And the last thing we want to hear is, oh, there's less money coming in because prices went up so high, and now I'm going to struggle keeping the rest of my family happy. People are still going to eat, but if you don't have any more money coming in, you got more of it going out. I had a heart attack at the store today, getting bottled water. 16.9 ounces of purified water. 40 of them, I believe. Yeah. Over $5 and something when they were under $4. They were like $3.29. You could find them for $2.99 easily at some of the grocery stores in this area where we live. So what's with the jacking of prices? You know what it is, don't you? It's that whole thing that was decided upon by someone. And when you don't have enough gas for the trucks to deliver stuff, it doesn't get delivered. So it doesn't get made. It doesn't get produced. The demand is still there, but there's nobody getting any because of the restrictions. Walked out with 10. Do you know how much it costs for 10 stinking items? Bottled water, 3. And then what else was the other thing I got? I'm trying to think. Oh yeah, and a couple of they were 12 packs, and they were over $5 a piece for 12 cans of soda. And I'm just trying to help my husband lose some weight because he's worried about it. So I'm trying to be a good wife, I can't. 10 things. I walked out of the store with 10 items, and it cost $37.53. It's got to stop. I'm sorry, I get kind of fired up when I'm trying to run a house. I'm trying to keep the budget in line, and everything out there is fighting me. When you're on a fixed income, you kind of get irritated when your wallet is slammed and being sacked so hard. Who's got the right to do that? Oh, Mr. Idiot. Mr. I can't read. iPhone. I can't communicate a single damn sentence makes sense. Sad thing is, I don't know where he used to live. Not too far from where I grew up. Actually in the same town. But it is just horrendous. And I just, I haven't bought any clothes. I probably shows, huh? But that's because I'm afraid to look at the prices. I'm afraid to look at the prices of anything anymore. I mean, gas was like, I almost had a heart attack. And then the first time I go to the store, because I used to go to the store and be able to get a decent bunch of groceries. I might spend 100 and some odd, right? It's just two of us. That's the thing. I spent $37. Who can afford meat at the prices that are out there now? And it's not because they're shoplifters. No. They don't have nothing to do with it. It's all this stuff that's being done to try to force this world to be green. Okay. When it comes to the green stuff, you really got to know that whole process. Remember I said, they want rich and they want poor. Nobody in the middle. So who the hell is going to be able to afford a $60,000 car? And don't you know the thing that makes those $60,000 cars? You have to do what? You have to use fossil fuel to make a battery. Did you know that? They don't tell you that, do they? So it's all an evil planet in my book to make everybody go broke and to kill off us old folks. Yeah, they're taking, now the food's being taken away from us. So now it's like, okay, well, they don't need to be around anymore. So, they're not going to be able to eat. They'll die faster. They'll die sooner. I ain't ready to go, okay? And I'm going to fight y'all tooth and nail. And if it means I educate everybody on what the hell's going on, I will. Don't you just hate everything that you thought was good and all of a sudden it turned out to be rotten? It's like opening the refrigerator door and then you smell this smell, like I did yesterday, by the way. And you're like, there's something rotten in here. I don't know what it is, but I'm going to find it. And it's going to go in the garbage. That's how we should be. There's something rotten, guys. There's something rotten going on. And everybody's turning a deaf ear or blind eye or whatever you want to call it. And nobody wants to do anything because they think other people have their best interests at heart. When does that ever happen? Seriously. When you're growing up, who has your best interest at heart? Well, that depends. I think grandmoms do a good job. Yeah. I think they really do have your best interest at heart because they tell you, don't be mad at your mom. Your mom loves you. Don't be mad at your dad. He loves you. He's just providing for your family. He's just under a lot of stress. You hear that? Dad's under a lot of stress. Oh, is that why we're only having macaroni and cheese today? Oh, no. What do I know? That's why we're eating a lot of Jell-O. Oh, okay. Can't afford the meat anymore. Gotta have Jell-O. I like Jell-O. You like Jell-O? I like it with fruit in it. And this kind of stuff will make you go crazy. Can't you see? Going woohoo all day long. Can't do a damn about it. Wished I could. But the things that are in my head, I think they're illegal. I think so. Pretty sure. Something that would fix mess. Yeah, that's a pretty ugly thought. Can't get out of the head. Don't do that. It's okay to think about. Just don't act on it. We see what happens when people act on bad thoughts. They end up dead or in jail. Or in some cases, they don't go to jail. That's messed up. The proof is right there. Yeah, when I get upset about the balance in my checkbook or my bank account, and I know what's causing it, And I have a husband who's unhappy because he's overweight. He's not that overweight. He's just conscious. He's got a tummy like most older men do, especially when you're in your 60s. Don't worry about it. I love him the way he is. It's more to hold. That's what I tell him. I said, it's more to hold on to. I like you. You know, I don't, it's what's inside, right? But I get angry. Believe it or not, it takes a lot to make a person angry. But when your wallet is affected, don't you get angry? Don't tell me you don't, because I know you do. If you are used to buying a certain thing at a certain price, and all of a sudden you go there and it's something you just got to have, you can't live without it, and now it's jacked up by $10, aren't you going to get a little pissed off? I know I do. Because now what do you have to do? You got to bargain shop. You got to hunt around on the internet or ride from store to store to find the best price for what you want or need. And when you can't find it and they're all high priced, then you're just really pissed off and you got to buy it anyway. And then you're like, great, now I can't pay that bill on time. This is what we go through. This is what we go through when they decide to arbitrarily just ruin and control our lives. We are losing our freedoms, and I won't stand for it. So that's why I'm educating. More of you got to holler like me, you know, and holler to the right people and keep hollering. Congressmen and all those flunkies that sit behind a desk and make a fact check. I don't understand that. They really don't do nothing except talk the talk. But there's all those ones that talk, but nothing ever happens. Never results from it except higher prices. And we all want those, don't we? Don't you just love the higher prices? So I end up being disoriented and screaming and hollering at a camera. That's actually pretty good therapy. But $43 for 12 gallons of gas? Are they nuts? My husband just got a new car. He's got a 6-cylinder. It's going to cost him $80 to fill that damn thing. And it's not in the budget. But he had to have a car because of the work that he does. He had to have a bigger car than mine because mine was, well, he's 6'1" and he can't really fit. You ever do that? How is it they get those big guys in those little cars anyway? I want to know. I've seen, I used to do rideshare. This is way off subject, by the way, but kind of on the same thing. Can you imagine a big guy, and I mean a big guy, and he's driving one of those little smart cars? You know how small those are? You know what we call them? Call them baby shoe. Smart car looks, if you look at the shape of one next time you see it, a smart car, you know, has smart written right on it. It looks like a baby's shoe. So when my husband called it a baby shoe, I went, what did you used to call that car? He says, oh, that's a baby shoe. And I looked at it and I looked at it and I go, I'll be darned. It does look like a baby shoe. But I saw this big person get out of a car that size. And it was a struggle. Yeah. And I thought to myself, if you know you're that big, why do you buy such a teensy-weensy car? Well, if the small car people start selling a lot of cars to big folks, this is why. See, I told you there was a segue. It's because of the gas prices. They probably have a smaller tank than mine. It's probably 10 gallons instead of 12. So they'll be having $8 less in gas to pay than me. And that's a lot. If I can get $8 less a tank in gas, I'd be ecstatic. I'd be throwing a party. No, I wouldn't. Maybe. If it was a good excuse to have a party, yeah. I like a good excuse to have a party. But I look at people driving down in these little tiny cars and there's no space around them. And I think, is that a single person? I hope so, because if a family member got in that car, they wouldn't fit. Or if they did fit, they'd be squished up against the window on the other side. Don't buy a big car right now. Be smart. I wish mine didn't have to, but I'm not paying for it. He is. But now he's got that stress. And he's got a car payment now. He hasn't had a car payment for like almost 3 years. And you get spoiled. But I can't even, my car, 12 gallons, I'm going to stick with it. And I'm praying every day that the gas comes down to where it was. 3 years ago, it was low. Yeah, 3 years ago, it was under $2 a gallon. Guess who gets in you know where? And now what? It's doubled plus. That's their plan all along. They'll bankrupt everybody. Get everybody dependent on something that's never going to do anything for them. And that's why I'm mad about the prices going up everywhere. It's not just gas, it's food. All the way down to your shoes and even garden plants. They went up $1. Why? Everything goes up because nobody is able to bring it to you. And the person who is keeping them from bringing it to you is sitting on his fat butt in a big white house.